Welcome to David Galata Book Dreamer. I'm David Galata, and I'm dreaming books such as Clockmaker, Sorcerer, Crew of Ganges, Veil of Strife, and Painful Medicine, along with Favorite Son and others. Working on another one right now, and I'll be talking about that at a later date as it comes closer to fruition. So, book number 10 coming up. Today I want to talk about something else, though. I want to talk about something that's very dear to my heart, and that is humanity's place in space. Now, some people feel that humanity has no business being in space. That's fine. They can go ahead and feel that way. And there are some people who think that even thinking about the subject is ridiculous and silly and expensive, and there's always a hundred reasons why we can't, we won't, we shouldn't. To me, that's an actual reason to do it. You know, that's a list that I look at and go, yeah, it's a big list. And guess what? That means we should. I'm just one of those. I've always been rebellious. And I want to go through some of the reasons why I feel that humanity has a place in space. Sorry for knocking the table here. First off, I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket. Now, something were to happen to the earth right now, whether an act of nature or something man-made or, invasion, whatever it might be, whatever it might be. We're all in one spot. And if that one spot becomes vulnerable, then so are we. You know, I would rather see humanity spread out a bit so that we're not all in one target, make multiple targets. That's always a good idea. And that may actually help us in the long run. Why should humanity be in space? Well, all the resources are there. We talk about strip mining, we talk about, mining lithium, cobalt, we talk about, rare earth elements, all this stuff. And the devastation that such mining creates for our ecology, for our environment. And these are indeed very damaging mining practices. And yet we need the supplies that come from such mining for our technological society. We are a technological society. Make no mistake. We are past the industrial age. We are a technological society. That's what we're starting here. And that's where we're at. We need things to be running. So where will we get all this stuff? Do you know how many millions of asteroids there are in our solar system alone? Not to mention the junk that's hanging out between stars, which is a more crowded field than we used to think. There's a lot of stuff out there. And while it may be very spread out, it's there for the taking. Uh, uh, I don't know, mining an asteroid doesn't make me feel bad because there's no environment on an asteroid. It's in vacuum. It is dead rock in space or a dead chunk of ice, whether it's gas ices like, comets. Comets are mostly gas that have been frozen. There's water there too. There's all kinds of wonderful compounds that we do not even know yet. And, I've seen a few studies that have shown unique and unusual crystallizations from meteorites that, you know, scientists are still astounded by. So it's out there. There is an asteroid that we know of that is 90% precious materials. What are we doing mining down here in the gravity well in an environment that is, you know, even if it's not as delicate as some people think, it still has to recover from our activities. And that takes energy and time. But if you're digging a rock out in the middle of nowhere in the void of space, you're not disturbing anything. You're mining an asteroid, and then you're bringing the materials here. Now, it is a lot easier to bring materials down a gravity well than up out of a gravity well. Right? That makes sense. You got to spend a lot of power and a lot of energy to get something off the planet. It takes nothing to bring it down. So again, that seems to be, another reason for humanity to be in space. Note I didn't pick a particular location in space. A third reason, number three, I feel that starting space colonies, whether they are in the form of orbitals that we've constructed, like giant space stations, huge habitats, or whether they're colonies on Mars or Ganymede or wherever we want to go, the moon. I think that is the best way for humanity to break free from a lot of the political baggage that we have been slogging behind us for the last several thousand years. I think humanity might actually find new customs and new traditions and new ways of doing things that we haven't even thought about yet because we are so stuck in a system overruled by those who find it convenient, keeps them in power, and makes them tubs of money. Anyone who has read Crew of Ganges will sit there and go, "Oh, that's what you mean." Yeah, that's what I mean. Uh, Humanity really needs to get away. And I would like to get as far enough away as possible so that the powers that be, well, might take 100 years for them to even say, stop what you're doing. In which case they have no power at all. And I think space exploration and space living is the only way that that's going to ever happen. That's going to free us from the chains that we wear that is based on a terrestrial history. Number four, told you I had a few reasons. Number four is that I've noticed that whenever Uh, and NASA brags about this all the time. Whenever they make a new kind of satellite or revamp something on a space platform or the space station when they were working on the shuttle, the Apollo missions, all of that ended up creating technologies that are now being used in medicine, industry, and in your personal homes. And that kind of technological breakthrough comes from facing challenges that we haven't faced before. And to me, space is the ultimate challenge. It is the most hostile environment imaginable. I don't think there is an environment that could be more hostile to life than the void of space. Being able to survive in that for long periods of time is a challenge that will only end up creating technologies that will help us here on Earth, making things more efficient, uh, eh, solving problems we didn't even know we had. Uh, Being able to, they talk about, MRI machines, microwave ovens, all this stuff, laptop computers. All this stuff came from space technology, solving problems that have to do with space exploration, being able to live in new environments. What if we come to a world that now looks like it could be habitable but has a higher gravity? We're going to have to invent a lot of things and reinvent some things that might make our current technologies look simplistic in comparison and might bring a greater quality of life to us all. Now, I'm not so pie in the sky as some sci-fi authors are. There's a grim side to this all, and yes, there is a cost in human life. Yes, there is. But at the same time, there are benefits that we could reap from space exploration and colonization and spreading humanity amongst the stars. We might make incredible breakthroughs with communications, with power, producing power, um, recycling. You know, recycling might even become a thing of the past. You know, I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that could happen, and science fiction is one of the ways for us to look at that. Now, fifth reason, told you, fifth reason, I really do wonder what the impact of space exploration and colonization would have on the arts, whether it's music, painting, digital art, whether it's poetry or movies, holograms, who knows? But there's going to be an impact, a major impact on the arts. There will be artists living on colonies. There may be artists living in spaceships. There may be artists living in orbitals, and that will have a tremendous impact on their work, which will have an impact on humanity itself. To me, space exploration is an opportunity for humanity to finally grow up and to be able to explore and change and do the things that it needs to do to survive a hostile universe. So there you have it. These are my 5 main reasons, no, not minor reasons, but the main reasons that I believe that humanity does have a place amongst the stars, that humanity should pursue space exploration and colonization. We're not displacing any natives. And if we do find a native population around a star sometime in the future, well, yeah, I think we should well enough leave them alone. Okay? They got their journey. We got ours. You know, we will probably not understand them. They will probably not understand us. And so we just leave it alone, go somewhere else, you know, unless they find us. Two spacefaring species finding each other in the dark. That could be a beautiful thing. It could be a horrific thing. But either which way, it will still push humanity further. It will still force us to grow and learn beyond our own boundaries. And that, more than anything else, is the biggest reason why I think we should pursue space as a place to explore and live. So, hope you enjoyed this particular episode of my YouTube channel here. Please feel free to thumbs up there. I do and seeing what people have to say. And until next week, I wish you all happy reading, everyone. Thank you for watching and take care.